Hey everyone, and welcome to another deep dive. We love diving into all sorts of fascinating topics, and today we're tackling something that's both intriguing and a little bit ridiculous.
Yeah, bit of a head scratcher, you could say.
Exactly. So one of you shared this hilarious video by comedian Kurtis Conner. He's taking a look at AI products that, well, let's just say they raise some questions about whether we really need AI in every aspect of our lives.
I think that's putting it mildly. Some of these products Connor highlights are downright absurd.
Like a self-driving stroller, AI binoculars that basically do the bird watching for you,
Yeah.
and a smart toilet that analyzes your, business.
It's definitely ripe for comedic commentary, but I think there's also a deeper layer here. We'll be exploring not just the humor of these products, but also what they reveal about the current state of AI development and perhaps our society's obsession with technology.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So are these companies genuinely trying to solve problems, or are they just slapping AI onto everything for marketing hype? And what does this trend of AI integration say about our relationship with technology and maybe even our own capabilities?
Those are some of the questions we'll be grappling with today, so buckle up, get ready for some laughs, and let's dive into the wild world of pointless AI products.
Sounds good. So let's start with this self-driving stroller, the Gluckskind Ella AI stroller. It's marketed as this revolutionary product, but Connor points out that the self-driving feature only works when the baby is not in it.
Yeah, it's like, okay, so it can drive itself around empty, but what's the point of that? It seems like they're solving a problem that doesn't even exist.
Right. Connor jokes about parents riding it like a shopping cart, which, I mean, at that point, why not just get a shopping cart?
But to be fair, it also has this smart wheel feature that helps you push the stroller uphill. That actually sounds kind of useful.
Yeah, so maybe they had a decent idea with the smart wheel and then just tacked on the self-driving thing to make it sound more high-tech.
It does seem like there's a tendency to just throw AI onto a product to make it more appealing, even if the AI aspect doesn't really add much value.
Okay, so moving on from self-driving babyless strollers, let's talk about these Swarovski Optic AX Visio binoculars. Connor was particularly fascinated by these because they're designed for bird watching, but they basically identify the birds for you.
Yeah, it's like having a bird encyclopedia built right into the binoculars. They use AI to recognize the bird species and give you information about them in real time.
But Connor's argument, which I think is a good one, is that it takes away the joy of bird watching. Like part of the fun is learning to identify the birds yourself using a field guide or your own knowledge.
Right, it's about observation and discovery. And there's a certain satisfaction that comes from figuring it out on your own.
Exactly. It's like using your phone to cheat on Jeopardy. Where's the fun in that? Plus, these binoculars cost over $4,000.
Yeah, so you're paying a premium to have the AI do the work for you. And it makes you wonder, are people buying these products because they genuinely believe in the benefits? Or is it more about the novelty of having AI-powered everything?
It's like a status symbol, almost. Like, look at me! I have AI binoculars.
It's interesting to think about how our values are shifting in relation to technology. Are we becoming so obsessed with convenience and instant gratification that we're willing to sacrifice the experience itself?
Speaking of questionable AI applications for a hefty price tag, how about a $500 smart toilet?
Ah, yes, the Numi 2.0. This toilet is like the Cadillac of toilets. It has automatic opening and closing heated seats, a bidet self-flushing, you name it, it's got it.
But Connor points out that, do we really need AI to manage our bathroom experience? I mean, what happens when the AI malfunctions? Do you call an IT guy instead of a plumber?
It does raise concerns about the added complexity and potential points of failure these smart devices introduce. And in the case of a toilet, a failure could be particularly inconvenient.
Yeah, not the kind of smart functionality I'm looking for in my bathroom. But the NUI 2.0 isn't the only toilet pushing the boundaries of AI. Duke University is developing a toilet that analyzes your deposits for potential health issues.
That's right. It uses AI to scan for anything out of the ordinary. From a health perspective, it's an intriguing concept.
But as Connor puts it, it's like Big Brother's watching you.
Yeah.
But for your bowels, it does make you question how far we're willing to let AI into our personal lives, even the most private aspects.
It's a valid concern. As AI becomes more sophisticated and integrated into our daily routines, where do we draw the line? And what are the implications for our privacy and autonomy? I mean, it's a valid point, right? Where does the convenience end and the oversharing begin?
Yeah, it's a slippery slope. But hey, speaking of oversharing, how about an energy drink that's supposedly entirely powered by AI?
Oh, yeah, the Hell energy drink. I remember that one from Connor's video.
It's like AI is now responsible for our caffeine fixes, too.
I mean, it sounds impressive at first, but when you really think about it, it's kind of absurd. Like, how does a computer taste different flavors and come up with the perfect blend.
Right, Connor had this hilarious bit about the AI having a little silicone tongue.
But in reality, it probably just analyzed data on popular flavor profiles and market trends.
And guess what the AI's unique creation ended up being?
Probably something like Berry Blast or Tropical Punch.
Ding, 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 Tutti Frutti and Berry Blast. A classic combo.
So even AI can't escape the cliche of a berry-flavored energy drink.
It's like AI is only as good as the data it's trained on.
Right, exactly. And that data is often shaped by human preferences and biases. So even with all its capabilities, AI is still limited by our own limitations.
Okay, so we've got self-driving strollers, AI binoculars, smart toilets, and now AI-crafted energy drinks. What's next?
Well, hold on to your hats because this next one takes the cake. It's called Friend.
Friend, like a friend you wear.
Yep. You wear it as a pendant around your neck, and it acts as your AI companion.
No way. That's a real thing.
I'm afraid so. It listens to your conversations, analyzes your mood, and sends you text messages, offering support advice or just random thoughts.
Okay, we've officially entered Black Mirror territory. This is getting creepy.
Right? Like having a tiny AI spy constantly monitoring your life.
And the fact that it's called friend is just unsettling. It's like they're trying to replace human connection with an algorithm.
And Connor pointed out the irony of the commercial for Friend. Everyone using the device seems isolated and awkward, while the one person without it appears to be genuinely connecting with others.
It's like the commercial accidentally makes the case against having an AI friend.
Exactly. Which makes you wonder, are we so desperate for connection that we're willing to settle for an AI companion?
Yeah, it's a sad thought.
Yeah.
But on a lighter note, the fact that they spent $1.8 million just to secure the domain name friend.com is kind of hilarious.
It's like in the future, companies will own all the basic human words as domain names.
Love.com, family.com, happiness.com. It's both funny and a bit dystopian.
It definitely raises some questions about the increasing commodification of human connection.
So after this whirlwind tour of AI absurdity, it's hard not to feel a little uneasy about where all this is heading. Are we doomed to a future of pointless products and AI overlords?
I mean, I wouldn't say doomed, but it definitely makes you think, right? About where we're headed with all this AI stuff.
Yeah, for sure. But I will say Connor doesn't end the video on a totally bleak note. He actually has a pretty hopeful message in there.
Oh, yeah. What's that?
He basically says that making mistakes, learning from them, and, just experiencing the full range of human emotions is what makes us human. It's what makes life interesting.
I like that. He's saying we shouldn't let the pursuit of convenience and efficiency rob us of those experiences.
Exactly. He uses this example of an AI-powered grill. I thought this was funny.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
So yeah, it might cook a perfect steak every time, which sounds great in theory. But Connor's point is that it takes away the satisfaction of learning to grill yourself. Experimenting with different techniques, maybe even messing up a few times along the way.
Right, because that's how you learn and improve. And it's also kind of fun figuring things out on your own.
Totally. It's like if you always relied on an AI to grill for you,
Yeah,
you'd never really develop that skill or that intuition for how to cook a good steak.
I see your point. It's about more than just the end result. It's about the process, the journey, the experience.
And there's a certain pride that comes with mastering a skill, right?
Yeah.
I learned how to do this and now I can do it well.
Versus, oh, the AI did it for me.
Exactly. And speaking of AI trying to do everything for us, Connor also talks about this Be My Mind smart mirror.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one from the video. It analyzes your skin, gives you a mood score, and then suggests mindfulness exercises.
Okay, first of all, who needs a mirror to point out their flaws and then tell them to meditate on them? Talk about a recipe for anxiety.
And it just seems so counterintuitive to the whole idea of mindfulness. Mindfulness is about being present and aware, not relying on an AI to tell you how you're feeling.
It's like the AI is trying to solve a problem that doesn't exist and simultaneously creating a new one, mirror-induced anxiety.
That's a good one. Mirror-induced anxiety. I'm going to have to remember that.
So yeah, after exploring all these AI-infused products from the mildly amusing to the downright dystopian, I think it's safe to say that AI has the potential to be both amazing and alarming.
I think that's a fair assessment. It can definitely make our lives easier in some ways, but it can also make us lazier, more dependent, and perhaps even a little less human if we're not careful.
And I think Connor's video is a good reminder to approach all this AI stuff with a healthy dose of skepticism and a sense of humor.
Absolutely. Don't blindly accept the hype. Think critically about the purpose of these technologies and their impact on our lives.
And most importantly, don't lose sight of the value of human connection. the joy of learning, and the importance of embracing our beautifully flawed human nature.
I think that's a great message to end on. So as we navigate this brave new world of AI, let's remember to question the hype, consider the unintended consequences, and prioritize the experiences that make us feel truly alive.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of pointless AI products. And remember, stay curious, stay critical, and stay human.